So this will be the sketchy part. It's so low I can't get in the car without it dragging, so hang on.
When is the last time we started this thing? Hey, do you think it'll start, Dave?
I don't know. God, that'd be nice if it does. Okay, all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull forward, backward, stop, left, right, and then we'll push it from there, okay?
Okay, fire it up.
No?
What do you want to do?
I don't know. This has been a dream well before I was in business.
It's going to take a team. Everybody's expertise, everybody's input.
These cars cannot be displayed, promoted, seen by the public until they arrive at Detroit Autorama.
There's only so many teams that have put these cars together, so it's a great, great, great opportunity.
We'll build a car that nobody has ever seen before. The goal is to build a Ridler. All right, guys. Well, I had an opportunity to meet a gentleman by the name of Dave Maxwell. Well, his goal is to build a Ridler. Even better, it's to build it with us. Anybody here up for a challenge of building a car out of aluminum?
No, nobody.
So, Izzy, this is looking really, really good, man. I am super stoked. You got the lines going just right. Get the foam on there. Let's get it shaped up.
The plan is build all this out of foam and then use this. We're going to kind of create a buck. The roof is actually going to have like a domed roof on the car. I don't know, it's pretty cool. Basically making something out of nothing. Dude. Turned out pretty good.
Nice. Hey, you know what? That's perfect, too. But I think this is a great, great way to start.
We can start smashing some metal.
And I can't say it for sure, but I'm not aware of any fiberglass cars that ever really won the Ridler. And so when we show up at Detroit with a Corvette coupe, I think it's gonna be like, eh.
So I know what
No fiberglass car has ever won. Well, that's funny. You're right. That's why we made it out of aluminum. And then they're gonna go, I'm leaving. I'm packing up my car. I'll come back next year when you're not here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I'm getting super stoked on this. So we're about 4 3/4 of an inch to the wheel opening, is I can't reach it.
Yeah, you can reach it that way, though. It's like 7 3/8 or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna say about, yep, 7 3/8. So that's a difference.
2.5.
2.5? Well, that's not a big difference, is it?
Not much. Visually, it's a lot, but
I think visually, I think we just lay it out. Oh, let's see the roughly, boom, boom, be about
4
5.
3/8 is about up there.
So what we're trying to determine is, based on our speedster body and the coupe body, I want to keep the sweep to this wheel well that is more classic lined. And we're not going to do quite as big of a wheel combination. We're going to go 20s and 21s. The Roadsters, or the Speedsters here, are 21 and 22 inch overall diameter. So what I want to do is I want to find a nice even flow where this wheel well is going to have that swept back rear of the wheel opening. It's gonna be a little bit higher, but we still want to cover the top of the tire. So it has a little bit more of an aggressive lowered stance to it as opposed to more of a sports car stance. One thing I'm just noticing right now is this rocker right here has never been extended. That would be a real nice natural line just to catch that and come up here and just bring it back out. Building a car to this degree to go for the type of award that we're hoping for, I wanted to come up with something that was different from what we normally build. Just raise the bar, I think, for difficulty.
Stand back and look.
What do you think? So really, at the end of the day, you just have to hope for all of the perfect tolerances and the completed idea of how the car's gonna eventually go together.
Looks a little better.
It still is
Cuts it
raised
right in
enough.
half.
We're going a much bigger diameter than what was on their stock, so I think we're in really nice shape there. This has a nice flow to it, so yeah.
That works.
Cool.
And the same swept back from here.
Yep.
I mean, we could do the kickback if you want, that flare to...
I kind of like how it rolls under in comparison to this one.
I kind of do too.
It just looks more classic.
We can try putting the pattern on this guy and transfer that line and then see how it looks on this.
Okay. You just got to transfer it onto the aluminum panel.
This will give me the line at which I put it in the tipping wheel and do a little break like I've done there.
Oh, okay.
Still good on those edges?
Yep, looks great. I think the line looks good. You know, I'm really glad that I went back and kept looking at the classic line of the stock wheel opening compared to what we did for what we're trying to build out of this one. I think it's really the way to go.
Ish.
Yep.
It's coming along though.
I know. I like it. Well,
Yep.
I'll let you back at it.
Cool.
With the shop the size that we have and the amount of people we have here, we have a really good opportunity to design here, but actually send out to some of our partners and vendors to let them kind of pick up some of the big chunks.
So with most of this, we printed everything to prove what the computer's saying fits. We're right at the verge now where we're gonna need the real pieces. We're having the rear transaxle bells that go around the differential. Those are getting casted.
We'll throw some sand in the bottom, push it in there, tuck the bottom, cut the middle out. This one is just a loose pattern. So you got to come up with your own parting line of where you think the pattern has to be cut in half by the sand. Otherwise, it's like trying to put a baseball on the ground, pour concrete out of it, and expecting to pull the baseball out of a piece of concrete. It doesn't work unless you have it cut in half and put two halves in there. This is an aluminum-based release agent that we put on the patterns to prevent the sand from sticking to them. Stuff's like baby poop. You get it on you and it just goes everywhere. Next thing you know, it's on your face and everywhere. This is silica sand, and then we have it mixed with two chemicals, so it sets up basically just like Bondo, two parts. You got X amount of time once the two parts are mixed, and then it sets up like a rock for the most part. That's about where I want to be. Neil's gonna put me some sand around the mold while I hold it in place. I'll tuck around it. Just got to cut down to that chalk line I put on the parts so we can draw it out of the sand without it locking in there. A little bit of vibration to help knock the sand away from the pattern. It's called diamond dust, kind of like a flower. This helps the sand from sticking to itself when you make a sand-on-sand ram up. We're just gonna pop them apart and draw the pattern out, hopefully with no complications. We just even out the chains so they're lifting the same. So you just take a little bit of pressure in there. It's enough to get it a little bit of a wiggle in there.
On the edge there, you can see there's a little bit of a kick out lip before it jogs back in. So I'm trying to get that number before I do the bead line to kick it back in. So I'm trying to get that a little bit of a flare. So I think the wheel openings, we decided once I had the panels shaped, stuck them to the car, clamped them down, everything. From there, we were able to stand back and get an idea of like, okay, how do we want this to actually flow through the car? Hopefully I get it first try-ish, and I don't have to pretend I did it right the third time. From there, that's when I can start taking it to the tipping wheel, machine some actual dies to do the bead edge along the wheel, along the fenders. Kind of looks like what I was after. A little bit of a lip right there. A little bit of a flare, I guess. I'm gonna get a little bit closer to the tape this next time. Looks like I need to come out a little. If I like it, we'll go back and do the sharp line on the bead roller to kick it back in.
There's a lot of things that we're really trying to jump ahead in some trajectory thing here. Like, we want it better than what we're even used to.
Yeah.
And we've really set ourselves up for like, wow, this, you know, we know it can be done.
It's either
we
gonna
haven't
go.
done it.
It's either gonna go really great, or it's
really,
gonna go
really
really
bad.
bad.
Sure.
I mean, it's pretty decent. Let's see how it looks on the car. Little bulbous right here. I don't know if it needs to get shrink right there or if this needs to flare out. I gotta see what the actual fender's doing. Looks like it might just need to shrink right there a little bit to get it to relax a little nicer right there. It's kind of hard to fit it to this car too because this kicks out before I need it to, so it's kind of hanging up right there.
Kevin, I actually ordered the transaxle and I got it coming, but there's some parts connected to it. You're good on the forklift, right?
Yeah, anything.
You know, you know how to tilt it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
the side shift, you got
tilt,
up and down,
up and down. I do
Okay.
all that.
You know how to go through a gutter straight, so you don't get like
I can
three-wheeled
get through gutters.
get
With
stuck.
I unload freight all the time.
You're
here,
not
Dave.
worried about this
No, I'm
stuff?
not worried about it. It's the
Because I would have to say
transaxle.
I might be a little bit concerned
Why?
about it.
All bad right here, bro. You know, pretty much I told you, and you know I am a forklift master, and I will get this done. Hell yeah! And you know, normally I would just I would just hit the curb and just do it, but I'm maturing as a forklift driver.
You're gonna take it easy on the
I'm like a
parts.
fine wine forklift driver.
Okay.
Smooth going down,
'Cause
so I
you're
just
a-
try to take it real easy.
How wild is that?
This is for a special project that we're doing called the Ridler. Okay?
Oh my god, it's so cool.
This is the transmission we're gonna be using.
That's a pretty cool little start.
about it.
Lots of amazing engineering in this deal.
Most of the stuff we're gonna be building ourselves, but it's a good starting point.
Rad.
Transmission will actually be in the back of the car on that car. This is a torque tube right here, so this, when the engine starts, this tube inside here is always spinning. The clutches are in the back. And we'll have a transaxle, which is pretty neat. So, that's it, that's all I have.
Pretty cool. It's a good start.
I mean, we're gonna play hell packaging it.
It'll be really crazy to watch us cut this thing
It's
up.
very wide.
You have room for your ass.
Well, you know, the funny thing is that torque converter is right there next to your butt.
Oh, no, that's what I was asking, is it gonna fit?
I think my ass will fit. This is cool. I wish this was going in some junk of mine.
It should probably be stretched a little bit just so it relaxes in that position. Sometimes it's easier to work with smaller panels. If there's a lot of curvature, you have to. But otherwise, it's kind of nice to have a relatively large panel, something that you can hold about shoulder widths apart and be able to manage really well. I don't want to shrink that, but I think that's what I need to do. Okay, let's try a little shrinkage and see if that goes in the direction that we want it to. If it's too small, you're trying to do this dainty little task in the English wheel, then at that point it's almost easier to do it on a planishing hammer or something like that. But ish is a perfect size. Let's try that. Yeah, it's really not too far. I think it's pretty decent.
So far, so good. We just gotta get the pattern off the cope now. See if we can just pry it a bit.
Nope, don't.
Nope, got it, that away. Okay, so there's that part. This is called gray wash. It's a graphite-based wash. It seals the surface of the sand and it makes a better finish on the casting itself. It's alcohol-based, so you just get a torch and burn it off. Then I'm gonna just put the pins in there and close it up real quick, make sure everything goes together nicely. Metal's ready to go. Okay, crane up. Here you go. All right, that's it. Let them sit for about a half hour. Then we can crack them open, make sure everything looks good. I'll just scoop them up the forklift and pick them down to the shakeout area, and we'll knock them out down there. Let's grab that. The moment of truth. This is where we find out if we did it right or not. There we go. Whew. Very hot. Looks perfect. And hot. Looks good also. Woo. Cut all the excess metal off, slick them up, make them look pretty, and then call the guys over at Kindig and have them come pick it up. Success. Very good.
You know, we have obviously the biggest project that Kindig-It Design has ever had, this Ridler project, but we've also got a whole shop full of cars that we still have commitments to get them done. Greg, I need target top consultation.
Okay, I'm your guy.
You know, over the decades, we've been gathering technologies, abilities, and so forth, and we've had some pretty odd requests, to say the least. Okay, so you remember when we did the GT40? Or the Ford GT,
yep,
the Roadster, and we built that soft top that folded up and really all that kind of cool stuff. A gentleman by the name of Brian's bringing in a Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster.
Oh,
They have no hardtop option for that car. They had what they call a toupe, which is a soft top. It has a couple of aluminum rails that go over the top of the door windows. What we want to do is basically come up with a top that can be removable so that you can actually enjoy the car if it has crappy weather or whatever. Now, I don't know if we can do it in a two-piece like the Aventadors. The Aventador Roadsters, basically, they have a top that slides together and bolts down as one piece.
Okay.
When you take it off, you break it apart, and it actually indexes into the front trunk.
Oh, crazy.
So what Brian wants us to do is actually build a top for this Murcielago Roadster, and they don't exist in a hardtop version, so we're gonna go ahead and give our best shot and see what we can come up with. So if that's an option, I'd like to do that, but what do we need to do to begin with? Even if it's just a one piece,
yeah.
How do you think we ought to build that? Should we do molds? Do you want to do 3D print? I mean, what are you thinking?
I think we could do it a lot quicker if we scan this thing and just 3D print. If we're only doing one, I say we 3D print, and we can have the body shop bodywork this thing, get it looking perfect.
Okay.
Because I think those cars looked great as a hardtop. So, you know, making it look like a factory hardtop and people won't even be able to tell might be the way to go.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna paint it and it's not gonna be carbon finish, I think let's 3D print this thing, and I bet it'll be pretty easy to get it done.
Okay. So obviously when we scan this, we got to just kind of be careful of where the windows go, because you know it's got you know, scissor doors.
Yeah.
So we'll have to be kind of careful and cautious of where the doors are going to go across where the top would be.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, I think we can crank it out, and if we need to machine some parts for it, things like that, I'm sure I can fit it in.
Well, I'll let you know when the car's here, and let's make some time to scan it.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
Yep, right on.
You know, and we're so busy right now, I think I actually got the perfect guy for this project. What's going on, buddy? You ready to go?
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
I guess your overall goal, we was able to find those pillars, so you're just gonna use those for the convertible top that would have came with the car, correct?
Yes.
Bingo. It would be great in a perfect world where it could break down, fit in the trunk, but to be honest with you, I think that the The trunk is so small on this car that we're probably smarter just to build a, you know, pull it all off and put it right back on, kind of a deal, and it should be better, and certainly better than what came with the car. I'm up to whatever you kind of come up with. You're going to try and cover across all of this leather right here, is that correct?
I think that's the goal. Let's shut the trunk thing and see where it sits. Well, this guy has to come out, but it locks in, goes to there.
Back there. Okay.
So I think as long as we cover up to here.
Yeah. And just keep it out of the way so you can still open the top. Okay. I think that's just fine. This isn't really going to be a car that is like, oh man, it's snowing outside, I got to put the top on so I can drive the car in the snow. I don't think it's that kind of car.
I wouldn't drive it through a hurricane or anything.
Me neither.
The trick with this is it to be very functional, but we have to also be realistic about what we're building.
I know the dream was to try to make it where the whole thing is one piece that can be removable, but we'll have to see how friendly it is as far as the way these guys mount in, because this guy
get to the lever.
Locks in at this angle and then down. So both of them together may be difficult. I'll definitely try, because I don't want to make it two-piece, but I'm hoping not. Let's see what we can accomplish.
All right, well, let me let you get going, and I'll get out of your way, and let me know if you have any questions or problems.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
Giggity.
Thanks, Jordan.
All right, we'll see you. First step is scan every surface that I'm gonna need the information off of. Just get a game plan from there, basically.
Jordan's plan on this top is going to be to print it on a 3D printer. So we have to scan every inch of this top and know where everything lands so he can make the perfect piece the first time.
I had to make it in more pieces than I was originally hoping. I thought I could print just a quarter at a time. I did print them out of ABS because I wanted to be able to glue them together without seeing any glue lines. And with ABS, you can just use a little bit of acetone and it kind of melts the side surface of each one. And they just stick together and you don't have any glue lines when you're done, which is really nice. So from here, I'll finish them off, make sure they're all totally glued perfectly, and then test fit them side to side. So I finally succeeded in some prints.
Cool.
Yay. Let's test fit them.
Which one do you want first?
Let's try one at a time and see if they even fit one at a time.
This looks to be what I would guess the passenger side.
Correct.
Right?
Oh, cool. That lighting is perfect on these. Hey. Fits so far.
Okay.
Neat.
Don't get excited.
It should lock on this piece. It has a little
index. Right there. I think
right
I felt
too.
it. Yep, I think I just felt it go into place. Cool.
Okay.
So we have the pins.
Now
I am going to be gluing it together.
Okay.
Pins just kind of reference side to side.
Okay. The bottom, go ahead and pull the top in.
Okay.
It's lightweight.
It is pretty light.
That's good.
I like that line that you put in and ran back to here. That looks good. That looks nice.
Thank you. Holy still fits?
Woohoo!
Hot damn.
For the first prototype, this thing looks great. It fits the car, it flows good.
There's so much room in here, and my hair's perfectly.
Yeah, his hair doesn't even touch.
Whoa.
It looks really good. And I think that, you know, just leaving this rib is just fine with me. I don't think we need to fill it up with a bunch of foam. I think a little bit of Landau in here and just do a headliner, maybe some Alcantara. It can just float over the top of that.
Totally.
Or, you know, just wrap
Give it a little detail, too.
Just give it a little detail. More importantly, I want to keep the strength of the center of that.
We might want to check the window, too.
I say we do.
Cool.
Yeah. The window clears, the door clears, Dave's hair clears. What more can you ask for?
Good job.
Giggity.
Looks good. All that's left is what?
All the rest.
That's right.
And all the rest starts with tackling the back part where the window lies. Originally, these cars have a glass deflector, which basically keeps the wind flowing over the top of the passenger cabin. We are going to use the same mounting points on that to build a piece that seals to the top across the upholstery.
So now we need to machine the step in the window recess so that it can actually receive some glass. Programming each individual line into here, and then I'll load up the piece on the table and actually do a dry run, make sure it's what I want, and then start cutting. Looks pretty good. Absolutely perfect. Precision is one of the favorite parts about machining this stuff. It's fun. Just being able to produce a part that didn't exist before.
Now that we got all the parts built, it's the moment of truth. We're gonna fit them all together and see how this thing really looks.
So we meet again.
We meet again.
Looks like you have some more parts for us.
Yeah, we got some stuff to play with.
So that would be the back. That's what closes the back off.
Yeah, so it replaces the current windbreaker.
Okay.
And allows for a sealing surface to the
car and the top.
Yeah.
So basically, when you get the top glued, you'll have latches that basically engage into this because this will be held down to the car through these, right?
Yes. It'll basically have the same thing in the back. They're already glued onto the top.
Okay, okay.
This guy will go on the front. I didn't want to glue him on yet because I needed to know where the index is right here. So
Okay.
that's going to be another goal today is
Okay.
getting position for this to index into that. Let's see if it's short enough first.
Okay. Yep. I think you're good.
I think we're sitting pretty decent then. Okay. All right, let's see what this story's telling us.
Looks pretty good to me. The top's actually down on it pretty good. So far, I'm really happy with everything. Since I'm here, I can help Jordan get these latches on.
What do you want me to hold? Here?
Yeah, they're kind of where my hands are.
So as long as I stay out of that area, we're good?
I'm not actually drilling through.
Are you just gonna mark it?
I mean, I'll drill through, but I'm not actually gonna hit your hand.
You might if it's in the way.
I mean, I can try pretty hard, but I'll still probably miss. Turns out Clecos work for plastic too. Nice.
And I have all my fingers, so we're good. Cool.
Yeah, look how nifty that is. Sticky-doos and all.
Hell yeah.
My part's all done with this. Now it's up to them to body work it and go for a fun test drive and hopefully it doesn't pop off.
After a lot of consideration from the math department here at Kindig-It Design, we have realized that there's too much force on this part for just it to be plastic. So we're gonna put one layer of carbon over the top to strengthen the whole thing up. After that, we're just gonna smooth it out with a little body work. We're gonna get it on the car.
Hey, Brian, what's going on? How are you?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. I've been very well. How about you?
Awesome, wonderful. My name is Brian. My project is a 2008 Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster. I commissioned and asked Dave if he would take on this job of making a custom hardtop for it.
Well, I'm excited for you to see your car. You want to go back and check it out?
That's what I'm here for. I'd love to.
Come on, come on.
Always a pleasure to see you, but
Well, thank you.
yeah, for business. If Lamborghini were to go back in time and make a top for this vehicle, what would it look like? And my goal would be to hopefully have it look similar to that. So I'm excited to see what they've done.
Well, this is where we keep her.
Wow.
There's Kev Dog.
Hi, glad that you came just when you did. So we have the windscreen that engages, so then this is the actual piece that hooks to the top.
Okay.
And of course, this will be see-through,
This
not
is where the window
aluminum.
goes.
Yeah.
You can see that it has receivers built into it. Just slide into the existing holes that you already have, and then that will basically hook up to the top.
I can't wait to see it.
Let's do it. Let me, we'll set it on there.
My goal is to see how it flows with the car. Fit the car really well, not look out of place, but do what we wanted it to do, right? Just be an ultimate solution. Wow. Yeah, the center line looks very similar to like the Aventadors.
It does,
Yeah,
yeah,
the Roadsters.
exactly.
It looks great, guys. First impression seeing it on the car, I was blown away. I mean, they took so much time into ensuring that all of the body lines behind the passengers that are already in the engine lid and the engine bay are followed through very much into the hardtop itself. And I was really impressed with what they had come up with.
The engineering on this too, we figured out that the amount of pressure at about 120 miles an hour is 600 pounds pulling up. I'm gonna rate it conservatively at 115.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So we just built a top you can only do 150 miles in a Lamborghini? Who's in charge here? Who is in charge here?
Look, I don't want the liability. That's all. Do you want to get in?
Sure.
Yeah, please, jump on in.
Be happy to. The original top you couldn't go over 100 miles an hour with. So 115 seems fine to me. You know, maybe if I have the top on, the weather's not that great, so I probably shouldn't be going that fast anyways.
How does that feel? Pretty good?
Yeah, really, really good. It looks fantastic. No, it looks, I don't know if I would have thought anything else would look better. I love the look.
Awesome.
Yeah, inside and out, it looks fantastic. And finished, it'll just be that much better. So
yeah, absolutely.
I was super happy what they came up with, and it turned out great. So I've been really excited and happy.
As the concept goes, what do you think?
I mean, it looks more than a concept to me. It looks like it needs some paint, and then I'll see it in my driveway here shortly.
Right.
It looks wonderful. I mean, if Lamborghini were to look back historically and said they could have done something different, this might be what they would have done.
Right.
All right, well, thanks, guys.
Oh, you're very
I
welcome.
really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, cool.
With Brian's thumbs up on this thing, we're gonna go ahead and get the bodywork finished up, get it painted, and get it over to Justin for a headliner. Here's the deal. You see this little notch right here?
Are we starting from the beginning of that notch?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the way across. Everything else looks pretty good, other than I want these rounded, not so V'd up.
Okay. More like this one here.
Alcantara, black Alcantara, which we have under the bench. So yeah, just start dialing them in just like this.
And then once we get it dialed in, what are we hitting it with?
Nothing. We're gonna wrap it. It's all foam back.
Are we doubling up on this?
Nope. No way.
Oh, so it's foam back Alcantara.
If we double this up, we're not gonna get that curvature we want.
Okay.
Because we're gluing all this in.
That's it. Okay.
You know, the top is finished, and I gotta say, I think we actually pulled it off. Nice. It's factory fit, baby.
Easy peasy.
Should probably take it for a ride, make sure it doesn't whistle.
Oh, we'd be dumb if we didn't.
I'm gonna go grab my wallet. It's got my driver's license so I can get a speeding ticket. Just fit. Design-wise and quality-wise, we're 100%, but I have no idea how it actually performs. So we probably had to take a hot lap around the block. You're driving a Lamborghini to go fast, look cool, like these chicks right here. What's up, girl?
Those are guys, Dave.
They got pretty hair. Sorry.
Really solid. I don't feel any air coming in anywhere.
Oh, I think it's good.
This is a huge area that people may not understand that just takes a beating from the wind.
Oh, yeah.
You really have to have this top dialed, and you know, the guys just knocked it out of the park on this.
Absolutely. Design, accomplishment, and road test checked off. This car's ready to ship. Ferruccio.
I think old Ferruccio would be pretty happy with this top.
I think so.
Another Bitchin top.
Since we have two bodies that we're modeling this thing after, we need one coherent thing to set all the sheet metal upon.
So I've got all these pieces, and these are the buck, the structure. So we can take these panels that Jordan has already shaped, and this thing will give us access so that we can weld them and hammer and dolly all the welds. I think there's like 250 bolts for the whole thing. It's fun.
Do you want to stand it up and then I'll grab a piece, or what?
Yeah, let's get this thing upright. Everything's loose right now so we can get it all fit.
Greg was able to scan the front half of one car and the back half of the other car, and in the computer, integrate them into one, and then he built a wireform, essentially. It's like a 2-inch tall steel plate grid of the whole car.
Yeah, it's rewarding to find the piece that goes to the right spot, especially when you feel like you should know it because you made it.
People do things similar to this. Usually you'd see like a wooden buck where you have this kind of lattice, but every 6 inches. It's a super awesome tool. The benefit of this versus a wooden buck is it's hollow, so you can actually get inside of it. Going around tacking every joint, so it kind of locks it in loosely. And then we have some cross strap to kind of make sure it's totally square. Once we have that, then we can tighten up all the bolts and feel pretty good about it being the actual shape that it needs to be. I'm hoping that I can get the body done before I die. Any time in between would be a bonus.
I don't know, how long does it usually take someone to build a body from scratch?
I don't know, I've never done it.
Oh, yeah.
We just got done building this kind of wireframe buck sort of thing.
Jordan got the pieces all shaped, so this is the next step to making those pieces mate together.
So far, it looks pretty cool. It's exciting to see it at that point, you know? One of the more challenging parts of this car is being a Ridler, things have to be perfect. So far today, I've been trying to get all these gaps lined up perfectly, trimming the pieces in. I had the one side sitting really nice, everything trimmed in really well. The other side, I got it all fitting, but everything's overlapping because I wasn't sure. It's hard to know exactly how much you need to trim off until everything's kind of jiving together. So now we're coming back and trimming everything in. Getting all the gaps absolutely dialed is one of the most critical things, and especially where the sheet metal lines up from door edge to fender or rear quarter or something. That has to be absolutely dead nuts. So it seems if you follow this contour, it feels a little bulbous right here, but it could be that this is just shrink a little bit too much. Might need to come back and stretch these edges just a little bit to get them to come back up and meet together. If it's off a little bit, you have to build it up with Bondo, and you're gonna see that on the door edge when it's open. And it's gonna start to look like a fiberglass car, and it'll look really bad. On the other side, I trimmed it on that line. Since it's in a valley there, once it was trimmed and sitting down all the way, I ended up with a little bit of a gap. So I'm gonna try to trim it a bit fat. On that line, since it's in a valley there, once it was trimmed and sitting down all the way, I ended up with a little bit of a gap. So I'm gonna try to trim it a bit fat. Let's slap it up there and see. The better you can get it to lay down where you're not forcing it into position, the better it's gonna weld together and stay in position afterward. I think this one's sitting pretty good where I like it. Doesn't feel like there's a gap or anything. So this is where we're at. We've got all the panels fitting really nice. I got them all trimmed in, the excess overlaps cut out, and they're all fitting really well to each other. Cut the window out yesterday, just starting to tip the edges over to create a flange for that. Tipping these edges can be a little bit tricky. I mean, you're going into an edge that you can't see, and you're hoping that it's touching everywhere perfectly, you know. So you gotta kind of rock it around and just make sure it's as flat as can be. Another benefit of tipping the metal when you're doing a flange is you don't want to weld right on the edge of a piece of sheet metal. So you could build like the top section, then the side section, weld it together, but then you're welding it on the corner. And it's very hard to stretch a corner section back out. It's much easier to tip the edge and to create a flange right there that you can actually shrink and stretch along that flange. Now I'm gonna kind of persuade it to tip up a little bit by putting pressure on this as it goes through. Okay, now we can go and stretch this edge and help persuade it to tip down. This machine just smashes metal. If you have the right dies in it, it's usually gonna stretch, but if you have like the thumbnail dies in it, you can work it like the Polmax with its thumbnail dies and shrink the metal, but it's a really noisy machine. I don't prefer it for most things. That's probably good enough. And then even if that flange gets welded to another section of sheet metal, then you have a flat spot that you've welded, and now it's easier to get a hammer and dolly in there and planish it back out to what you need it to be.
Wow, this is looking really good. You got all of the roof tipped in now?
All the roof is pretty much tipped in as far as I can until we get it on something else. Otherwise, if I go further, it's gonna capture it. I can't take it off.
Oh, you won't be able to pull it off of the plug. Yeah, of course. Man, that looks killer, Jordan.
Yeah,
that looks so good.
Getting there.
So good. So what do you got left?
So I wanted to talk to you about the wheel opening in the rear.
Okay.
Your drawings kind of have it going back like this. I was wondering if you want it more swept to match the front a little more, or what exactly we're after.
So the front does have a lot more sweep. It's a little bit more of a longer angle.
Yeah.
I think the back one needs to be stumped up a little bit because of the diameter of the wheel and the fact that the back wheel is bigger. We're gonna have that wheel well open a little bit higher. Not as much as the front, but let's take a look here.
So I did a little bit more, a longer sweep right there, but.
Yeah, that's too far.
Yeah.
Go right there and split the difference. Come back towards me. Your measurement from here to there, something just looks out of place here. Center line of the wheel is right here in the tub is where I can see it. Am I seeing something different?
Where I'm at now is I've got a really good shell for the floor, and we need to get it out of the computer and turn it into a real piece. We're definitely pressed for time at this point. I stretched it through here, and then I'm gonna shrink this. It's gonna take a while.
Aluminum, you want to weld it on AC. For this stuff, it's fairly thin. You want to be careful not to put too much heat into it. There's going to be a little bit of massaging to get it to fit that perfectly.
We don't really know what we're looking at yet. It was built in the computer, so technically it should go together, but in real life it's a little different.
Okay, ready? Yep.
What is this thing?
They haven't showed you what it goes to?
I thought it was gonna be a stegosaurus when we were done, but...
You know what it is, dude.
Make it look all pretty, and then it's gonna get buried.
Right. That's gonna be cool though.
They say it fit great in the computer. I don't know what happened.
It seems like everything I get into these days, everything is a challenge for me.